And America has a stunning, breathtaking history of diplomatic failure when it comes to curbing North Korea's nuclear and missile programs. Since 1985, U.S. administrations have tried embargoes, they've done sanctions, threats, treaties, and appeasement. But no combination of sticks and carrots has ever worked. So why could it be different this time? Let's go back to our panel here in Washington to discuss that. Mike Pillsbury, Harry Kazianis, Dr. Waleed Phares. Mike, you want to address a point as a former government official, how things really go behind closed doors and how we talk about them as members of the media. We want to be very careful. I want you to touch on that. But I want you to touch on the one and done point that Trump made. You know, he basically said, you got one shot at this, young man, and this is it. Is that just bluster, or is that really, do you think, the way he feels here?
I think it's in the context of the military exercises, the military threats last year, the extreme sanctions, perhaps some other things that have been going on we don't know about yet. There's a kind of intimidation of Chairman Kim. He's only 34 years old. He's now very poised. He's calm. He's sort of touching President Trump's arm the way President Trump touched his arm. So on the surface, there is this kind of mild camaraderie. But as a government official, I look at this in terms of the media outside, Chris Wallace and the others. They have no idea what is going on in that room. For all we know,
none of us do.
It's close to a walkout and back to the tables and even military threats, or it's the opposite, that they've got a schedule for dismantlement. They've got some specific things that they've been talking about. First, you stop the plutonium reprocessing. Then you do this with the underground uranium enrichment facility. In the case of both Nixon and Mao, and later on with Gorbachev and at Reykjavik, the documents were kept secret for 30 years. Scholars only found out, this is what the deal was.
Maybe
30
Trump's
years
not
later.
such a fool after all of these smart people
it's
thought.
A lot of premature commentary going out on a limb. Some of these journalists who think they know what's going on, they really don't. So I have a hunch that we're going to learn more at the press conference, but only as we begin to see when will be the first dismantlement, or the first, and there have been two small steps already. The blowing up of the tunnels with the press nearby. It wasn't a hoax. It may not have been much. Maybe the mountain was tired.
It was already kind of collapsed before.
The other thing is this strange story recently about the missile testing facility being disabled. So it's not right to say nothing's been done by North Korea at this point.